Hello everyone, how was the day? The Admiral has arrived. Welcome to the very exciting video of Evertale Act 11. Where is it? Act 11, the King of all Dragons. And after 1 year, they actually made the Act 11 story. But the great thing about this, because it has a Star Wars reference, and somewhat the title reminds me of Godzilla, the King of Monsters. It's similar, but before you go to that chapter, I just want to show what we are going to use. In here we have Alterion, Antares, Colin, Imran, Rolotia, Phonaxos, Finn, and Cyrus. I got a feeling that maybe I should use Hibiki, but since she is all maxed, but seems a bit overkill. I'll try not to use Hibiki. And now on with the where you go. And now let's begin the chapter. Guided by Cyrus, Finn finds its way into another parallel world, one full of destruction and despair, terrorized by invincible dragons. Why does every world has to be full of destruction and despair? Can't it be a little happy world where everyone lives in peace? Finn will go there and, oh hello, I'm a person from another world. I'm just a tourist. Anything like that? But no, it has to be people dying, getting eaten, killed, turned into zombies and undead, all that horrible stuff. Anyway, let's begin the chapter. Chapter 1, the Dragon Disaster. Oh, shiny. Let's see. The sounds of footsteps in the darkness. Two figures stand bathed in pale light. Fancy. Oh, it's Cyrus. This lab of yours is always so stuffy. Ever thought of stepping outside? I have a lot to do. Once everything is finished, I promise I will. Now then, I promise I will go on a vacation. My back is killing me. Unknown figure. I think what would be great if Evertale Company, if Zigzag Games finally decide to. Now then, traveler between worlds, Cyrus, tell me of your time in the endless world. Right away. And the world was saved. Not caught. Have we planned it? Of course. I'm glad the corpse puppeteer was destroyed, but that alone isn't enough. Another anomalous. What the hell is this? Anomalous result. I have to check the dictionary for that. I seriously need to widen my vocabulary. Only because the endless god was an unusual one. The next one will surely. No, organics wasn't the problem. My toilet is clogged, and you gotta fix it. No. Cyrus, have you ever heard of the butterfly effect? Wait, isn't this a reference to Steins Gate? Or I don't care anymore. The wind caused by a butterfly flapping its wings can become a storm, right? Just like Alterion. Exactly. What threw my calculations off wasn't organics. The actions and the will of the people living in the world of those who had died. I'm not gonna take a risk. I'm just gonna end the recording here and start now. Otherwise, I'll have to do it all over again, which is painful. Recording initiated. I am the Terminator. Alright. They threw off my mechanical calculations. A storm born from human potential. Mechanical calculation? Does that mean you have a calculator? Well, it makes sense. Maybe he stole it from Sia's world. The potential of a human heart, eh? You do love your weighty philosophies. Maybe so, but the one who actually making it a difference is him, the true hero, Finn. Wait, isn't Astrid supposed to be the hero? I mean, they did say that Astrid was the hero of Rigland. But I guess the universal and dimensional hero is Finn. I believe in you, Finn. He is the only reason our plan can hope to succeed. It's a good thing he's reliable and durable too. You can say it again. Still, I would have preferred he not have to use the crest. You did tell him, right? That the crest would take his life if he overused it? I did. That's good then. At least I won't have any blood on my hands. Don't let him tell anymore. Don't tell him anymore. Although it might have consequences. Ha ha, I'll keep that in mind. Now then, on to the main topic, our next target. Oh, we got it over 1 minute. You know what that means? End recording again. I'm a very paranoid person, so I have to do this. And you may think that, what is this guy doing? Always cutting the recording and starting again. Well, don't worry, just see the end of the video, because I will censor everything. Yep, as did Maisha. Well, there's only 2 lewd characters, I don't know if I have a problem with that. I only censored Alida just for the first scene, and then I gave up. But now I got a powerful tool, a program in which I can video edit and censor this and make it 13 up, not 18 up, because of the lewdness. But don't worry, just keep patient. Alright, let's see. I think we should go after something small, not a short deal, no risk of time loss. Something small. Do you think that'll be enough? It's tight, very tight, but we can't have more of a burden on him than we have. We have to. What we're up against isn't going to wait patiently. Do we have time to be lenient here? Answer me truthfully. Lenient? Oh, I don't know what that means. Then what would you do, Cyrus? Put him up against a survivor, the winged shadow, Godzilla. You can't be serious. You know how dangerous that beast is. Yeah, he's a Godzilla. You can't kill him. Only King Kong can kill him. Alright, end recording. Recording. I do, but we don't have the luxury of prudence anymore. You said so yourself. Stop using hard words that I don't understand. Do you think he stands a chance? Absolutely not. I mean, he is a human. If King Kong couldn't defeat Godzilla, I don't know what can. He nearly died to organics, and the survivor eclipses her in every way. Well, that's true. It may be the strongest god currently active. I don't know if Fiend can handle it, but King Kong can. It's been Fiend constantly with you. Are you growing fond of that boy? Of course, I love him. We act to protect all of existence. No single life outweighs that, except mine. That said, if we lose him, the entire plan falls into irrecoverable shambles. Shambles, I say. Rationally, it makes no sense to send him to his death after all. Send the Suicide Squad. They are good at that. I see where you're coming from, but we don't have a choice to take that bet. As you know, Bulgaria is starting his push into England proper already. Oh, I remember Rizat. How is she doing, I guess? I wish they... hope they... I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Things are progressing much faster than we had planned for. The Emperor is in quite a hurry. He's even using those hideous new weapons of his. The ones that Alira had? Yeah, I know that. I've seen it in Yuki Witch of Winter event. Ha ha, I know more than you do. Recording. England will fall to Bulgaria in the near future. Mark my words. Didn't it already fail? I mean, it did. Maybe Cyrus doesn't know that, because he's spent his time pretty much in the endless world. And when that happens, the Emperor will have what he wants. Your soul. What have you spent all these years for, if not to stop him? I know. Wait a minute, does that mean the Emperor of Bulgaria is the main culprit? I thought someone cool, like, Luther von Dracula from CS World. I mean, he looked like a pretty crazy scientist. He looked like a mad scientist, making machines and cyborgs and experimenting on children. and making Master Chief. Well, not Master Chief Anya, but where is the difference in that? They are the same. Alright. The boy is almost family to you. Doesn't it pain your heart to send him there? My heart, huh? I don't have a heart. I'm Cyrus. That's exactly why he should go. I know Roddy would volunteer, no question. Oh, he's clever. I swear on my life I won't expose him to any more danger than necessary. Then become his bodyguard or something. If you are prepared to go that far, then we really must not have any other choice. Then let's avoid his second awakening for our sake and that of our world. End recording. Let's see. Don't worry, even if we go all in, I'll make sure it's not the end for us. Please don't bring up your bad habit of betting on long shots now of all times. He's irreplaceable. Do not let him die. Leave it to me, comrade. Ah, says Finn. I think he's falling out of the sky again. Yep, that's what I thought. Ow, says Finn. Maybe he... Don't worry, you fell on your butt. Dropped out of the sky again. Is this going to happen with every new world? Yep. And I hope you fall on a car on Sea's world. He'll be like, oh my goodness, what is this vehicle? It runs on 4 wheels but with no horses. Is this magic or a demon? I was fine last time because of Shuri, but who knows what might have happened. Yeah, Cyrus, he's not trying to kill me, is he? No, Cyrus is definitely not trying to kill you. He might. I don't know. No, that's too much of a leap. Yeah, how could you say that? He was your father's best friend. But it's not out of nowhere. There's too much that doesn't add up. Come on, he's a shy guy. Why are you accusing Cyrus of murder? He's a nice person and my favorite character. Alright, end recording. I'm not taking any risk. He keeps telling me to save these worlds but doesn't give me any info. You're young, you don't need to know all this stuff. And you're kinda simple, so I just can't tell what he's after. I'm sure I'll run into him again. When I do, I'll get some answers. Anyway, I should focus on getting my bearings. Sand as far as the eye can see. Something doesn't feel right, so I can't quite... it does feel little... Oh! Star Wars. Yes, it all makes sense now. Star Wars. All over the place. Star Wars is the Star Wars area. And maybe we'll find Han Solo here. Han Solo and the Jedi. I don't know anything about Star Wars. I never ever seen the movie. Some might laugh at me for that reason. But what am I going to do? There are no animals or animal sounds or anything. Maybe since it's a desert, this world may be dying the same way the last world was. Of course, every world is dying. It has to be a dying world. Why else would Cyrus send you onto a healthy world? I mean, that world doesn't need you. I get the feeling a vast tragedy is unfolding here. Don't jinx yourself. I may come close to dying again like the last time, but if I can make a difference, if people are reaching out for help, it's my duty to help, right, Reset? Wait, Reset, are you here? Oh no, it's not Reset, it's just a cactus. I'm becoming insane. Rise thee above the undead god. And that's all for today. Wait, no, that's not for today. What am I saying? End recording. And let's see. Just what was that voice I heard? Probably a ghost. Oh, I forgot ghosts don't exist. It got dark all of a sudden. Huh? What is that? There's a huge flock of something in the sky. Are those dragons? Oh, they're dragons. Or maybe they're aliens, because this is a Star Wars world. Yeah. Help me. Oh, someone's saying help me. Screams. Are they being attacked by dragons? Of course. Why else would they be screaming? Oh, okay. That's the end of the cutscene. It was a very long cutscene. Let's move forward. Oh, the battle. I'm going to end the recording here because if something goes wrong in the battle, oh, I'm going to do it again. battle time. And oh, I forgot about tell the neat feature about the battle. I'll get to it in a second. Oh, the battle is full of dragons, all dragon characters, and if you can see that behind the health bar, there's a symbol, a strange symbol. Something appears to be protecting this dragon. It's something unknown, but if we see on my team, the same thing applies to my dragon, like Alterion. I wonder why nothing's happening on Colin. I mean, she has a dragon, or I guess baby dragons don't count. I forget. And attack at counter. Oh, that destroyed him. How about I use attack all? Oh. And attack 2. Oh, at least some of them are still alive. Pain stun random. That was a waste of life or health. I'm not so sure what I should do. I don't even have much of spirits. Attack would do. I don't need to use time trade anyway because of how weak they are. Attack doesn't matter. Just attack will do. There we go. I mean, you could have at least. I would be much more happy if all the dragons were at least level 120. At just 100 would be satisfying to me. Instead, all of them at left. That is not much of any challenge. Pain stun random. Hopefully we'll win this. Oh, it's so hard. And oh, we passed the 1 minute time barrier, and now end recording. Should I use time assassin? I mean, it will get rid of them faster. The one with the lowest TU will do. So I'll turn and the thundering, and there we go. That takes care of that problem. And oh, we get desperate surge. I'm quite afraid of this. And these two, I hope nothing goes wrong. And it's going quite smoothly. Survivor Speedy, I'm quite afraid of this. Please. Oh, I was not afraid of getting defeated. I was afraid of the recordings. And we're getting near the time limit, and I'm going to do it again. Oh, that's okay. What we get? Oh, 40 limit break potions for characters. It's a good thing. We always need those. And if we move forward, we can either go both ways. I'm going to go on the lower area because of any side battles. And on this side battle, very unusual things happen and unusual battles occur. Loading. Oh, not much of an unusual going on, but still that looks great. 2 for Nexus and 2 Jedarials. This is my favorite act. An act full of dragons and nothing else. Only dragons. And I'm not going to take any risk again. And these opponents aren't that easy. But they're not hard either. I should get rid of Fornaxus first. And yeah, I should get rid of him first. Oh, I almost got him. But they're going after Colin. They did an extensive amount of damage to Colin. Alright, stun bolt. Which one should I go? Oh, that's Fornaxus and Jedariel. That took care of them. I'm quite afraid to use this ability time drain because of the it ends the recording, and I should get rid of Fornaxus first. Time drain. Please use charge. Don't use charge flare. Ah. Oh, and recording right now. I don't. Well, at least that worked, and I should get rid of Jedariel first. My Fornaxus is at really low health. Not worth it. Oh, what is this? I have to take care of all of these. 15 of them. I'm just going to skip that, but I'm not going to show. It's not so. What we say? Not so exciting. Let's get rid of Fornaxus and Rational. Oh, actually got rid of Fornaxus. Oh, yeah, I wanted to use that. Use that on me. I have no problem with that. I can take some casualties, but not time. Time is valuable. And oh, 1 minute time barrier. Recording time strike. Oh, only national, I guess. Boom. When one enters this power be ready, survival speed I needed. Who should I take care of? This thing. I don't know the name. Instead, we're gonna call him Pixie Dragon. Looks like a pixie. Oh, was that really necessary? I mean, he already died. Was the seriously that necessary? Okay. Time strike or chrono stun? Maybe you should. Oh wait. Time limit. Again. Time strike it is then. Time strike on the Pixie Dragon. And now the most exciting battle in the world is coming up. 11 Kurumuris. Maybe I should take care of them like this. Attack 2 will do. Oh, it is quite effective. I need it. I need that survival speed. Velocity is gone. I'm taking very heavy casualties. Time strike. Will that even do anything? I mean, that little Mori that has auto guard. Oh, and look at this. If you see under my Fornaxus, it has the same strange ability. It is quite neat. But even Altrion couldn't survive with that. So how good will Fornaxus do anyway? I mean, he's at level 100. Altrion was at like 160. Yeah, I'll take the chance anyway. Time strike. No time strike. I got another trick. Energy charge. It'll do anyway. Charge flare. That took care of him. Time strike. Well, I'll take the chance again. Time strike. Oh, no time strike. Maybe Colin won't have any better chance. No. At least I'm getting rid of those Moris a lot faster. See, now I got survival speedy. Oh, forget it. No time strike again. I just wasted so many spirits. So wasteful. Blunderbuss, thank you. I think we got it. attack on the morning. Got service video available. Either way, it doesn't matter. Oh, now I get this. Service video did the work. All I have to do is the attack too. There you go. Victory. What I get? Nothing. Nothing useful. I mean, I have like over 60,000 experience coins for characters and over 1 million experience coins for weapons. What good did it do for me over here right now? Nothing. Couldn't give actually like 80 soul stone or 30 soul stone. I would be happy with just 30 soul stones. But you people are so cheap and rude. You didn't give me anything. And recording in a sad. And another battle. Will there be a cutscene? I don't know. Should it be used? I do have a poison team. Maybe I should use that. Poison team. Poison team. Where is the poison team? No, that's not it. Oh, there it is. Maybe I should change it up to make it a little interesting. Is it really worth it? Well, I might do that, but not on this chapter. On this chapter, I'm going to use my stun team. And on the next chapter, you have Blood Nova and Burn team and so on. Not on Burn team actually. Mosquitoes. Oh, cutscene. Neria resident. Isn't that the guy at the island village? You know where there was a. Oh, I remember. Oasis event. Oh, 1 minute. And help me, please. No, don't eat me. There is a very loud scream. Alright, that's enough. Whoa! Aye! Was that really necessary? I mean, the blood on the screen. I mean, was that seriously that necessary? I mean, it's been like 3 years since there was any blood on the game, but now they ruined the streak. The Evertale streak of non-violence, non-blood and gore. It has mild violence, but it didn't have any blood and gore. But now they broke the rule and they said, hey, we saw Doom Eternal, we saw how gory that is. Maybe we can use some blood on this event. I mean, the dragons are bloodthirsty and let's see what they do. Before Finn's eyes, still living charred civilians are set upon by dragons. Wait, did I miss something? Oh, Finn just like, whoa. And then let's see, the stench of burning meat fills his nose as he looks upon a vision from hell. People are being eaten alive. What is this world? That is twisted. People are being eaten alive because this is the world of Star Wars. Of course, we haven't seen any Jedis or stormtroopers, but maybe we will. We will see a Sky City or something like that, or Sky Planet, I guess. That's what it's called, Sky Planet. Wait, Sky Planet? That doesn't even make any sense. Forget it. But still, this is a Star Wars world. Anything could happen. Even giant worms from the ground might pop up. I have to help them. Oh, Nadia resident, Mama, calling for his mother. Run away, they'll eat you. Run away, there's nowhere left, it's over. At least you can run underground. I mean, people could live underground. I mean, there's practically a city right behind the cutscene. I mean, it's right over there. It's right above the residence world. There's a castle over there. I mean, can't you just run over there? I mean, there are places to run, but you're not running. You're not trying hard enough. But of course, they are civilians. They fall in despair very easily, rather than soldiers. I can't do this anymore. I just become dragon food. Again with the scream. Well, I'm not actually hearing the scream. I mean, it's muted on my phone. They're here. It's going to kill us. There are still people over there. I can at least save them. Yeah, you can do that. Eh? He's trying to block me. Out of my way. And a battle again. Wait, is this supposed to be a dragon battle? But what is the civic doing here? The lizard man right behind Kairos. Let's see what else we have got here. Oh, still another lizard man. I'm going to go to the. I'm going to comment on that. I mean, I should be grateful. That just took one hit. And let's see if this works. I know it's stupid, but I'd like to try it. Oh, that took everything out. It works. And oh wait, maybe I should take care of these two. Can I do something even else, like attack? Can I take care of Kairos? Oh, I did. These levels are so silly. Very easy. I can't even imagine how this act was for people who actually spend money. I mean, they spent like $1,000, $2,000 on this. Buy that character, get that character at all cost. I have to get this, awaken this, fuse this, turn this into that. And when they found out that Act 11 was out, they was like, I am ready. I'm ready to take on the world. And then they found this. These level 80 troops or dragon characters, but even with the shield thing doesn't even matter because they are so weak. Even with the shield thing, well, I just care about the story. That's why they gave events. Oh, 1 minute time limit. I mean, this works. I mean, this is quite effective. Like with the one cutting the video just at 1 minute. I mean, it will help me with the censoring. Oh yes, you didn't get him. Let's hope we can get Kirin. Somehow get him. And oh, almost. If Iman was awake, I could have used attack all. Oh, the battle is over. Easy as that. You could have at least give it. At least the boss battle will be quite interesting. Oh, and again, nothing. Useless stuff. Not even. What is this? Experience quest 96. Is this a joke? We waited like 1 year, and this one. Alright, that's enough. Oh, finally. My attack bounced off. This dragon's no ordinary monster. It's a special variety. Yeah, help me. Alright, that's enough. Not even his vitals are vulnerable. My sword just bounces off. Maybe if I could get closer, I could try something, but it's too high up. At this rate, I can do anything but watch as these people get eaten. Or you could just leave. But I have to use the golden crest. But if I use it, that great power comes with a price. Using it will eventually drain your life and you will die. Diablo left. If you don't want to croak before your time, think carefully about using it. But there are people crying out for help. I can just sit back and save myself. But if I die here, then I'll never make it back. What about my friends? What about Lizette? The others will never know what happened to me. I'll be forgotten. Ah, not again. How many times were I going to do this? Damn it, it came from behind. Listen to this, you lizard. Oh, something mystical sing. Oh, it happened automatically? Oh, forget it. Oh, now it's getting calmer. What? The dragon flew away, but I didn't use a crest. What happened? I can worry about that later. I need to check on the survivors. Someone must have made it out. Please, please, let someone have made it out. But no one did. Does anyone need help? The dragons are gone. Someone please answer me. Damn it. All of them are torn apart, even the children. Oh, at least you could have left that part out. We didn't want to hear that. If I had used my crest sooner. Damn it. You. That voice, the person from before. The person from before? Oh, it was Colin? I didn't know that. I thought it was something mystical thing. I mean, it's Colin, I know that. It's Colin, it's definitely Colin. What's the point of hiding the face if you don't have to hide the body? I mean, the hair. It's definitely Colin. Any imbecile can know that. This is not a dream, right? No, it could not be. But here you are. Do you know me? Of course I know you. Do you not know me? Her voice does sound familiar, but she looks so different from the one I know. Oh, of course, it does make sense. I mean, Finn only knows the baby Colin, the little girl. I mean, this one is an adult. Or let's just say, old. But not obsolete. That was a Terminator one-liner, by the way. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't think so. You do not? Then you must simply be a look-alike. No, you look too much alike. But no, perhaps you were treated somewhere, saved by someone. Forgive me if I am wrong, but is your name Finn? Yeah, that's me, but I knew it, you truly are him. You survived then. I just can't place her. Who could she be? The hair. The hair. Can't you see the hair? The hair gives it away. I mean, the hair. I'm sorry, who are you? It's simple. Just look at the hair. I am Colin. Have you truly forgotten? It's Dragon Colin. I knew it. Wow, who could have noticed that? No one knew that. There was a arm twister. A very plot twister, yes. No one could have known that. How could they? They covered up the face. Colin, but you look old. Perhaps the memories have been fragmented. I would not be surprised. How long is this going to take? The battles are very small and the cutscenes are very big. How long will this take? This world's Colin. She looks so different from the one I know. Of course, she's old. Some people in the last world look a lot different, a little different, but not this much. Of course, they were different personally. Well, I guess Desert and Astrid being undead is pretty different actually. But Ludmilla wasn't. She was the same, but she was a jerk. So there's a difference. Still, Colin was just a little girl before, but here she's an adult. And oh, now is not the time now. A time for that. We must get out of here. Get out of here, but there might be survivors left. Do not be foolish. You know as well as I that dragons do not leave survivors. Look, the dragons have left this place. That means there are no humans left. They ate them all. And again, 1 minute time limit. How long will this take? I'm getting thirsty. The only creatures left here are the dragons that will try to eat us. They are shaken right now, but they will return. And when they do, we will die. Then everyone here is dead meat. Yes, all of them are dead. There is not a single survivor. But that's impossible. I'm Finn. I save everyone. There will be time for moping later. For now, we must keep ourselves alive. Do you hear me, Finn? Alright, you're right. Good. If we mourned every loss, we would soon run out of tears to cry. After all, that's impossible. At least when you will have optimal problems. I mean that means you would not see very well. You have to wear glasses. But running out of tears to cry, that's a little weird. I guess that's a figure of speech. Yeah, that's it. quickly to my lab. We will be safe there. Your lab? Huh? Tragedy has become a commonplace here, just like under organics. But there was something I could do, otherwise I wouldn't be here. Oh, that's another cutscene. Finally. And if we go a little further, oh, we got two ways. Which way could it be? That way. That way seems like a promising area to search. What we get? Oh, a time gem. Only 5 hours. Just a single one of it. How grateful. And oh, a battle. I wonder what kind of weird things we could see here other than the same type of dragon characters we see every day. I mean, you could have at least given that a lot more dragon characters, but instead you just put a lot of female characters. I mean, we're going to make a... What are you going to do over here? A fashion show? There's so many girl characters over here. You're going to make a dragon event, dragon act, an act where all dragons are. You could have at least placed more dragon characters. I mean, this is not a good... I hope that they finally learn their mistakes and try to balance out the game instead of making a harem for female characters. Alright, let's see what we got here. S mission 1112. 1112, that's a very good number. What we get? Rationers! Another frustrating battle! Are all of them gonna use this? You gotta be pulling my leg. What is this? Seriously? This is not a battle, this is a troll. I mean, come on. I could at least try to use Imran's ability. I mean, attack all, it would work. No, it didn't. Oh man. Attack 2. I mean, the dragons are quite powerful. Why? Why make levels like this? I mean, if they were only a single rationer, I would be satisfied. But 3 of them, that's just the troll. Absolutely troll. Well, I guess Evertale development team were like, oh, you just keep whining about dragon characters. You want dragon characters? Oh, sure, I'll put a dragon character whole thing. I mean, of course, you all like dragon characters. Then okay, I'll just make a level out of it. And everyone was like, what the? Oh, finally. Oh, they call it Mega Elixir heal actually healed up Imran. That's good, I did it, Imran. And what was I? Alright, there was like, oh, how about we make a level for you, huh? You want a challenge? Sure, we'll give you a challenge. Here is the challenge level where 3 Rashinas use whole lot of Kuroburis where you can never actually hit them unless you got any kind of characters that attack 2 characters at a time. Ha ha. Yeah. I really hate... I can't believe I'm saying this, but I hate Rationer. I mean, these types. I mean, the ones that call minions, 6 of them. I mean, these of the Rationers I hate the most. Not the classical one. I like the classical one. And I'm very confident that I won't get anything. You know why? Because they didn't give anything. They were like, you want something, you buy it. There's no... Oh, actually got him. There's no such thing as free stuff. I mean, we would lose money if we give you free stuff all the time. And that was a waste of my raids. I mean, Antidote's raids, not my personal raids. I mean, I am quite furious right now because of this level. Alright. I think Konostan would do a very good job at this. No. Come on. Seriously? You had to go for Imran. I mean, Aldrin is that's right there. You couldn't actually pick him up. You really hate Imran that much. Come on, Antares. Let me use your survival spirit ability. That will take care of things much more faster before the dragons do. I really like how Altarion, flaps his wings like that. In a slow motion, in a slow way. Like, I just flap my wings for no reason because I have storm ability. I defy all gravity, and I'm just flapping my wings to look cool for no particular reason. Ha. Alright, I can counter. I have to go. Oh wait, maybe I can be saved by Fortnite's ability. Charge flare. I actually have to take care of that Mori. I don't know what. They have different names, but they have Mori at every last of them. I don't even care about that. They're not that good. They're nothing but sacrifices. Sacrifice. Charge flare. Well, at least they took care of them. No, please don't use blood. No, just attack. Attack. No. Thanks. If I could use Brave Avenger ability on of Cyrus, I would be quite happy. Alright, Survival Fury, you're all dead. At least one of you are. Finally getting there. Come on. I almost had him. What are you gonna do? Oh, attack. Just use that. Yes, that's what I wanted to use. Attack. Nothing else. Because my phone won't be able to handle it. By not handling it, I mean. Well, that's a waste. Should you transfer? No, it doesn't even matter. Brush strike. I'm quite afraid of this. I'm not going to just going to end the recording here. Things might go wrong in a very bad way. Alright, Survivor's Fury. I can't believe my high level troops won't able. And well, at least the positive thing about this battle was they gave me 50 living break potions for weapons. That's good, better than nothing. Not a single soul stone. Battle. I love battles. They make me calm. I'm getting quite tired of using the same team over again. I want to use a. Wait. Should I use a poison team? I don't think I would go very far with that. Well, level 80. Yep, level 80 troops. You with Yuki and Elida. No, sorry, Clarice. Oh, wow. Speechless. Took Yuki out in just one hit. And I can counter with Enterus. She's only 120 level with Hibiki's 200 level katana. Well, it does make sense because of it. Well, because of the weapon and the accessories I gave. And now Imran will execute. Wait, what is this? Oh, sorry, I didn't even press it. For Sparta! Yes, we are part of Imran. You took out that frog with one hit. And with that, you're very tired, so now you're sleeping. It's okay, I give you a Viking's rest. Is it supposed to be Spartan? Altarion attack. Please use Dream Drain. Why did you use that? Imran is just sleeping. Why did you? Well, I guess it's for humor. Very suppose. Oh! Come on, Dream to I guess that's why Telis used that ability. All the sea muscles are getting stunned by attacking Imran. Come on. I know that Evertale AIs are very bad. I mean, they're supposed to do what they're supposed to do. I mean, not anything other than that. But I mean, you could have at least given them a stronger troops. I mean, at least something that they stood a chance against. I mean, now they don't even stand a chance against me. I'm too powerful for them. Should I use time strike? I think that's overkill, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna attack all. See, I told you it's overkill. Time assassin, no, it's still overkill. Not gonna do it. Wow. I'll take out the cat that has the ability to heal himself. Sorry, I think some of my Japanese accent is getting mixed up. Yes, I know Japanese. I know the alphabets. Ha! Oh, wait. I should probably end the video right here. Maybe Shanna. You are my target. Take that. And guard. No, it used team drain. Thank you. That woke Altrian up and attack 2. And that 2 people will be Ryoma and Luna. And wait, this is a wrap. Time strike. Boom, overkill. That was an overkill. Attack. Victory. I'm going to end the video right here. I don't trust the phone. And well, on that battle I got the same useless stuff as per tradition, so I'm not going to bother, and I wasn't able to show it because the thing that I was worried so much about, the recording stopped because the recording crashed and I wasn't able to repair the file. It got corrupted. Well, let's move on to the next area. I mean, how big is this anyway? How big could this be? Oh, look. We got 2 lewd characters right in front of us. Ray and Alira. Hey, that's a little funny. Look, they both got the same kind of hair. All except Alira got a ponytail and Ray got a pigtail. I know so much about hairstyles. I should work at a hair salon. But too much hard work with not enough pay. I'm not going to do it. I will become a scientist. That's what I want to be. We all have a dream. That is my dream. Become a scientist. And you know what? I might end up censoring both of them. So I have to get rid of them as quickly as possible, because if I do that, I won't have to do it a little longer. Let's get rid of it quickly. Oh. Come on. Die quickly so that I would have to censor you. Don't use any special ability. Ah, come on. You almost had a Imran. I'm disappointed in you. Well, at least I'm gonna show that part. Called Shigami, which is the magical wolf. Okay, I'm gonna use this one. Yep. Stun. What did you ruin the video anymore? And now, time drain. Die. Maybe we shall go to Valhalla. And I do. Oh, that was very stupid of you. I just go. You just boom. Time assassin. Oh, I can do that to Luna too. Hey. Finally, the video is saved thanks to Antares. Yes, Antares. Really, Imran? You couldn't break his guard. Come on, don't do something. I mean, attack and counter seems a bit overkill for anyone. I'm gonna use it's not Vesh. Oh. Okay. Hmm. I'm not good at Act anymore because if I do, he'll just use Desperate Drain and it will be completely useless. So I'm going to get rid of Luna. Boom! Rest in peace in Valhalla. Pain heal? Oh, I forgot he can do that. But he really does that. Oh wait, you are an idiot. You attacked him then and now got stunned. I don't think I need to. I mean, it seems a bit overkill for Vish. Like I said, it's overkill. Time assassin, I don't need to do that. Attack 2. Oh, there you go. It did the perfectly wonderful job. And attack all. Yep. Shikigami is still standing. Attack this little guy. Sleep. Oh, I hate that thing. Sleep. I don't think I want to. It seems a bit overkill. Should I? Let's do it anyway. Overkill. You only had 1 health, and I did 22,000. That was a mistake for you. Time drain. Maybe I should have used it on Gloria. At least, forget it. It wouldn't make much of a difference. Time strike. I like it how Dorothea turns into a clock. Attack all. Plain and simple. Who knows, maybe I have another video crash. So I'm going to end the recording here. What did we get? The usual junk. As it is a tradition. Oh wait a minute, my phone is out of charge. Would that be a problem? I'll just increase the brightness. I can do that, right? Come on. Oh wait, I can. There you go. Yep. We're good to go. Cutscene. I'm quite afraid of. Should I plug in my charger? Maybe I should. Alright, I'll do it right now. After the 1 minute time break. So this is college lab in the world. I picture something a bit more spacious, but it looks like a slum. I didn't think it would be there. Would be at the literal bottom of the well. But it is at the bottom of a well. I was shaken before, but now I look at you more closely. This does not add up. Of course, she is a woman of science. She doesn't believe in miracles that much. And now we've actually fixed our low charge crisis, and now we are good to go. I know what I saw, and there's simply no way you survived what happened. There is simply no way. I will be blunt. Why do you wear Finn's face and his voice? Who or what are you? I'm Loki, the god of mischief. I ran over here because my brother took my cereal, and I'm very angry. I'm looking for my brother Thor. He took my cereal. I love my cereal. What should I say? This is Colin. She'll see through anything I make up. Yeah, this is not Finn. This is Loki. You may not believe me. I'm Loki. No, that's not. I'm going serious. Alright, seriously this time. You may not believe me, but I'm not Finn. You know, I'm from another world. What? You just had to say it like that, right? Didn't you? Another world? You say you came from another world entirely? That's right. I'm not the Fiend from this version of Arden. An alternate world line. I must say, I didn't expect that to be your answer. Who could have? I mean, I would, but that's me. I mean, any scientist would think that. Any mad scientist would think that. I mean, even normal people won't even think about that. I mean, oh, who are you? I didn't see you. Oh, that's because I'm from another world. Oh, okay. That's fair enough. Alright, moving on. Do you not believe me? No. No, I do. It is more plausible than most of the other explanations. At least you didn't claim to be his ghost. Still, another world. Seriously, you're a woman of science and you still believe in ghosts? How could you? You betrayed science. You don't deserve to be a scientist. You believe in ghosts. Ghosts aren't real. Science is. I did read treatise on the concept when I lived in a castle, but it was mere theory. I suppose that theory has been confirmed now. In any case, the only one I know who would fight a dragon to save a stranger is Finn. Of course, he's a fanatic. So nice to meet you. I suppose Finn from another world. I'm Colin. That is too long. Maybe I simply call you Finn then. Please do. Nice to meet you. I guess it's the right thing to say here. You really are so like him in bearing as well as his voice, even appearance. Well, we're both Finn after all. But I'm Loki. That is certainly something he would say. Oh, I actually forgot. Where am I gonna put this thing? Maybe here. Is this good? Come on. I forget it. This is certainly something he would say. A parallel worlder. I must ask you this: why did you come to this world? Let me just get to this. Come on, go away. Floating ball, go away. I just put it on this side because at least it's not bothering anyone. Oh, now it's okay. It's in the right place. Alright. Why? Well, if your answer is satisfactory, then I will trust the rest of the story uncritically. I am here to save the people suffering under the rule of an evil god. An evil god, you say? Do you mean the dragons of this world? Yeah, most likely. My original world was invaded by a god from another, you see. I first went to that world to defeat her, and stop the invasion, then I came here. It's more of a hobby than a job. They don't pay me. I just do this for fun. There are other worlds suffering like mine. If I can help the people here, I want to. Let's see. Wait a minute. You claim you defeated a god? How? Gods are immortal, untouchable, like the dragons. They cannot be harmed. That's because they're not real gods. They're false gods. More like supernatural entities. That's a scientific word, by the way. Supernatural entities. Meaning they're like a phantom. They are immortal if you let them think. Wait, no, that's not right. They are immortal if you think they are. At least, let's see what Conan says. At least so say the writings I have seen on the subject. Eternal, unchanging, and beyond the reach of mortals. So how did you do it? With this, the god-killing blade, Endbreaker. A pretty neat-looking blade. It has bat wings on it. Does that mean Cyrus took it from Batman? Could it be? Or a vampire blade, I suppose. God-killing blade. May I see it? So light and fiendishly sharp. I sense fate magic in it as well. If this blade can kill dragons, maybe we can develop others like it. Oh, the crazy scientist in Colin is waking up. Don't hold it for too long. Its magic can have an effect on your mind. I am a scientist. I sold my soul long ago. So let me have it just a little while longer. Oh. I sold my soul long ago. I mean, you're a scientist. I mean, you could have at least said a madness, but now if you say it like that, it means that all scientists are evil wizards or evil voodoo priests. I don't know what they are. So, I mean, you could have said a mad scientist. I mean, not all scientists are like that. They are not like you all the time. I mean, there are some other scientists who are trying to make a machine that benefits the world. Maybe I should continue with the story. I'm making it longer. No, I'm taking it back now. You can look again some other time. Bah! She might be get taken over by the blade like last batch's Ludmilla was. That's too long. I just got all endless Ludmilla. That's easy. It's probably the best I don't let anyone touch it for too long. Don't ever let them see that. That's the better solution for everything. Either way, they won't know it exists, so it's better let that way. I will have another look at it sometime, one way or another. Hee 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 hee. That's a little sinister. She laughs like my sister. Is it really that exciting? Of course it is. You are living proof that it is, in fact, possible to kill the unkillable. Colin has a pretty wide mouth, like a watermelon. I'm not going to say anything about that. That my research was correct. All those fools who doubted me were wrong. Ha! Okay, now she seems more like the Colin I know, or a bit worse. It's definitely worse, buddy. I wanted to ask, but what happened to the fiend of this world? Is he? Yes, several days ago he was eaten by a dragon. That's sad. That explains why you were so shocked when you saw me. Well, of course I was. I had just seen you, not you. I had just seen him get torn to shreds by a dragon in front of in front of me only days ago. That's horrible. Right in front of you? Several days ago, the Knights led a rescue operation from a stricken village. The Knights? They exist in this world too? Yes, the Protector Knights. Protector Knights. Several dozen people protecting others from the dragons. Definitely Star Wars reference. I don't know how, but I feel like it. I didn't even see the movie, so but I get the feeling it's the Star Wars reference. I was not one of them, but I was, well, acquainted with many of them. You were buddies with them? You're not a member of the Knights? I am a researcher, not a warrior, and not a medic either. In truth, the battle where they perished was a strike back against the dragons. A strike back? Yes, ordinarily the Knights focused only on buying time to evacuate civilians, but they apparently thought that that was not enough to truly save people. Of course that isn't. They thought to give courage to the survivors by fighting head on. That's foolish. I wonder who led them. The key to this plan was my research. I was the only one who suggested it, in fact. With my research, they could defeat the dragons, I told them. I thought it would work. I did not realize what I was leading them on to. Leave it to me, Finn. I promise you, this would allow us to defeat them. With the crazy, confident smile on her face. Alright, let's see. Oh, Han Solo! It's Star Wars Finn, or let's just say Han Solo. Protector Finn. I'm not buying it. I'll just place Han Solo. Hey. Alright, we're counting on you. This marks the moment that the name Colin is engraved into history. More like went down with the ship. Using magic of some sort. With this, should I press something? Alright, maybe I should. And the dragon goes to sleep. Ho ho, the dragon is weakening. Take that, all those who mocked me. Great work, Colin. That's amazing. I should tell my buddies to bring a spaceship, but they're having a party, so I couldn't. I've never seen the dragons look so weak. We should be able to. I'm not dead yet, you fools. Wait, he's getting back up. Rawr, ha ha ha. Run, run, the dragons are back on their feet. What? That's impossible. My calculations were accurate. How? Unless are the dragons stronger now than in the past? That must be. When you say the past, do you mean like 200 years ago or something like that? Maybe 300 years ago, I don't know. Because, well, a lot of animals can evolve in just 300 years. I mean, they can get stronger but not fully evolve. But still, I'm quite disappointed in you, Colin. You thought science and biology were the same thing, but they're not. They're all different. I mean, biology is in the branch of science, but it's a still different thing. It's body science. That's what biology means. You know, this floating ball is getting quite irritating. I'll just put it over here. Let's see. About the mission, we need to get out of. Fiend, there's a village nearby. If we run, the dragons will attack it. What? We have no choice but to fight then. You could have at least run. I mean, you could have ran and saved your lives. I mean, the village can. Well, village will burn. Well, everyone will get eaten. But at least you would be alive, so that you could fight the dragons some other day. I mean, you're the last frontier. If you fall, then everything goes down. Wow, I sound like Endless Ludmilla. But I guess she had a choice. She had no choice. I mean, it. In the end, we have to make a tough call. We comrades live and die as one, and this is not yet decided that we will fall here. The dragons are coming. You will fall. Yeah, I'll stay about your side, Finn. I'm sure everyone feels the same. Our duty isn't over, knights. This is what we trained for. This is an impossible task. Don't do it. Yeah, you're right. The mission has to go on. Wait, wait, Han Solo. What about your friends? What about that Bigfoot thing that stays with you? I didn't watch Star Wars, but so I don't know his name. Call and bring a detachment with you to the village and evacuate them. What? But you know more about the dragons than anyone. We can afford to lose you. But what about yourself? You're the one who can fight. But this is my mistake. I was naive. My research failed. Why must you all pay for my failure with your lives? It didn't fail. Someday your research will save this world. That's what I believe. I am a believer. Keep working on it, Colin. For our sake and everyone's. Oh, of course, soldiers have little value when it comes to scientists. I mean, scientists are much more valuable than soldiers. But still, what about how are you going to protect everyone else if you die? I mean, the calculation isn't just precise. Oh, I'm getting very tired of this. How long will this take? Now we really have to go. We'll buy you and the villagers time. Fine, I will go. You all do not dare to die. Yeah, keep those people safe, Colin. With me, everyone, for Arden. Ha! A fool's error. The weapons and magic were useless. They were massacred, slaughtered, torn limb from limb, set ablaze, and yet they keep fighting, each of them. Would you really have to make it so gory and disgusting? I mean, even I wouldn't say it like that. I would just say, well, yeah, the dragons killed them and they burned everyone up and eat them. Bleh. But you don't have to say it like that. I mean, that's just sickening. And I guess she's in despair. That's why she said it like that. I was powerless. I could not even return to join the final moments. I'm so weak. I miss you, Han Solo. I couldn't tell you how I feel about you. I love you, Han Solo. Why did you die? It must have been horrible beyond words. No wonder she's trembling. It looks like she's blushing instead of trembling. You said knights. Do you mean Rizet, Nagi, and others? Ah, so there are other knights in your world as well then? Yeah, we were all knights together. Then that must have not been easy to hear. I apologize. They gave their lives to save others. It's kind of a relief to know, actually. Yeah, they fought. Yes, they fought always to protect the weak and were well liked. If the pen Draconium did not exist, they could have lived normal lives. I see what they did there. Pandemonium, but Pendraconium. That's right. It must have been ended. I will end it. It must be ended. I will end it with my own hands. I got stage dragon magic, and I got dragon horns out of my head and dragon tail. Well, I'm not gonna say it. I'm trying to make this kid friendly by censoring everything that is not kid friendly. I want to censor the blood part. I mean, I have to show it. I have no choice. It's a blood and gory part. And my favorite game is Serious Sam, and it has a lot of blood and gore. So how long will this go? I'm quite hungry. Is that this world's calamity is called? Of course, you would not know. Yes, the time when the dragons rise. Every 300 years they attempt to raise this world to ash, but for what reason I don't know. From times long past we have called it the Pendraconium. It's fancy. And that's what those dragons are. Why do they destroy the world? I don't know. Maybe they're hungry. That makes sense. They're like the Zerg. You know what that means? Star Wars reference. It's not completely Star Wars reference, but like StarCraft reference. Yep, the Zerg. They are like an arthropodal creatures that eat everyone until they are full. just like the dragons. They eat people. Wait, did we miss them something? No, I didn't. Yes, raids, maddened, bloody beasts that exist only to butcher the living. That's horrible. Their scales are impervious to any and all attacks. I noticed it was like hitting a stone wall. Thus, the mortal race have no means to fight and only can hide themselves. If only they had robots. But you don't run, you try to help those people, didn't you? As a means to atonement, I suppose. Not that all that is not that all that not wait, not that that is all that is to it. There is also vital to my research. Wow. I mean that and is wow. I mean so many is and that words. I mean if I cannot observe them, my research will never progress. So I go to observe them and help others only as a side effect. Oh, side effect. So she says but she really is jumping into danger to rescue people. Yeah, that part of you is just like the Colin I know. Did you say something? No. Anyway, is that research? Why you look like that? Indeed, I apologize for this loathsome appearance. Not at all. You look a little different, but you're still the Colin I know. You only say that because you are not from this world. Does that mean Han Solo offended Colin in any ways? Who knows? You really do look different. So I'm quite honestly shocked. How so? The Colin from my world looks much younger. And what is strange about that? It suggests that I was born very recently in your world, I suppose. No, it's just how she looks. She's a real adult. Oh, so she says. Wait, you mean to tell me she's over a century old and she still looks that young? Yes. Something like that. Something like that. That was his answer. Something like that. What? That is too much. Even for another me, I cannot approve of that. Yes, she looks a lot younger like you. A lot younger than you. Oh, it wasn't on purpose at least. She told us an accident with her research halted her aging. She mentioned it on the event Endless Summer. I have it on my YouTube channel, you can go check it out. She mentioned it. I'm not gonna say what it is, or else you won't even go check the video anyway. So sorry. She just really hates being called a child. Oh, I remember that. I see an accident that I can sympathize with because she is a lot younger than this Colin. She got a little jealous. I see. We were likely born at the same time. The difference between us is the accident. I see. So if my Colin hadn't had the accident, she would look like you do. Most likely. I must admit, I do envy her somewhat unchanging youth. I don't think that would be a good idea because of the pervert frog, Nagi. He'll start going on her again. Oh wait, that's a little weird. But that's what would happen, I suppose. Nagi would be like, oh, you're beautiful, here, take this weird flower, I'm a weirdo. Huh. And Elimina would be like, stop it, you pervert, and put a kick on her face. You're still pretty young young yourself, right? Even if you're over a century old. Do not dare call me old. Yes, Finn, you shouldn't call a girl old. I can tell that from experience. Oh, the agony. I didn't. So even if she grew up a little bit more, she's still mentally the same as my Colin. Yes, some people don't just grow up. That's reassuring. I'm glad not everything is different here, like last time. Oh, it was very different. You had to kill your best friend, Reset. Well, not actually kill, you had to beat her up. But you killed Astrid. That's very bad. How could you kill Astrid? I'm glad you're like the Colin I know. But you just said we were different. How is the natural charmer? I mean on the inside. There was some pretty big changes in the last world. Marshall Urbana was very different in Last Bastion than she was at back home. She was a jerk, but a reasonable jerk. In the end, she died a hero. I'm glad Colin wasn't forced to become as hard as she was. The last one, then you have visited other parallel worlds before this one? Yeah, this is my second. In the last world, the undead had mostly taken over. Alrighty. The undead? How horrifying. Yes, zombies and skeletons and whatnot. The resistance that I worked together and managed to kill the undead god Organics. It was really close though, and it took some sacrifices along the way. Well, I didn't. Just one. That is luminous. Other than that, only random people died, and Rizet and Astrid were already dead, so it doesn't count. They were already dead. Doesn't count. I see, then you truly have saved the world. Perhaps there is still hope for this world too, then. Yeah, it was the people's faith in a better future that saved the last world. Yes, you are right. Someone I feel re-energized. Thank you, Finn. Even if this Colin looks older, her smile is just as bright as ever. That said, I am amazed how you are shocked not by my horns, but my age. Your horns? Are they that shocking? Well, yes, you've seen firsthand what dragons are like in the world. Most humans fear and hate me for what my appearance represents to them. So that's why your lab is hidden down in this inside this well. Well, that's not very nice. Well, among other reasons, yes. Oh, she did the well joke. I did it too. I can do it too. Oh well, let's move on. Doing research to save lives, even in this situation, she really is Colin. Something happens. Something. I can't hear it because my voice is. The game sound is muted. I can't hear anything, but oh, something happened. Something happened. Did you find us? No, something happened. No, I doubt it. That was most likely. Oh, censoring time. I have to censor this again. Yay. Hi, ow. Maisha, you truly never learn. Maisha, is that you? Of course it is. See the ears? Yeah, that's me. Wait, feet? What? Is it really you? Is it? It's really you. Come on. Wait. Maybe that's a little weird. Sniff. Finn, thank goodness. Maisha? She just jumped at me. I've seen her do this all the time with Astrid, but never me. Could she be in a relationship with me? Maybe. Maisha, can you give me some space? No. Oh, I think that's kind of cute. It's just, I would really appreciate it, but I was so worried. Let me hug you. Oh, Finn. Oh, that's getting weird. Come on, you are troubling, Finn. Flirt someone else other than my laboratory. Flirt someone other than my laboratory. Flirting? We're not flirting. It is hard to believe that, given how fast you went to him. Oh, this is getting a bit weird. Huh? Oh, no, that's not. Sorry, I didn't think you survived, so I did this in a very innocent way. I didn't mean it like that. I was just so happy to see you again. Indeed. You should take more care to restrain yourself, in my opinions. That's true. Did you want to hug Finn too? What? Do not be ridiculous. I am not a child, unlike you. That's true. But you wanted to, didn't you? You absolute cannonball. Hee, you goof. Enough out of you. So Maisha about letting me go, but she's still holding him. Aye. Oh, sorry, I forgot. If you can see Finn's face, you can see how red he is. I see this Maisha is just energetic as ours, though. This Masha, what's all that about? Hmm. You seem a bit different than I remember. Are you sure you're Finn? I wanted to see Han Solo, but you're not Han Solo, you're just a regular Finn. Your instincts are correct, Masha. This is not the Finn we know. Not the Finn we know? What does that even mean? You wouldn't understand, you're a child. Well, let me explain simply. And I'm going to end the recording right here. Alright, let's see. So, as you see, this Finn is from a different parallel world to ours. So he is Finn, but he's not Finn. I didn't know that was possible. I guess that's what it has to be. I mean, Finn covered for us, and he. I knew there was no chance, but I just thought, Maisha, I'm sorry. No, it's okay. I'm okay. I'm so worried for jumping on you, different parallel Finn. It's okay. I was surprised, but the Maisha from my world is just the same. Wow, so I exist in a parallel world. That's so weird to think about. So don't think of me as a stranger, okay? Thanks, Finn. You really are just as kind as ever. But the Finn I loved is really gone, isn't he? I loved him. We were in a relationship. I was about to marry him. Oh no, I didn't think I didn't realize that we had that kind of relationship in this world. What kind of relationship? I really looked up to you, and you were a treasured friend of mine. Oh, so that's what she meant. Sorry, I can't stop laughing at the joke. Time to get serious. And not just you either. I loved all the knights, like members of my own family. That they really were my treasured friends. But I couldn't save them. But I'm glad the people they rescued made it out okay. Yes, that is true. Finn and the others bought us time to escape with their lives. We do not ask them to, but it is thanks to them for what that I ruined the sentence. We did not ask them to, but it is thanks to them that we are alive now. We must move forward. We must end the Pendraconium for the sakes. Huh? We can do that? Of course. This Finn has defeated an unkillable god, much like the dragons. No, actually, they were. Orcanes was weaker than the dragons. Dragons are much more stronger. Unlike Orcanes, was a weakling. But Arcane, oh man, Arcane was something else. Was the final boss of the offline story mode, Act 1, but he was much more stronger than, well, Orcanes. Even Ellis Ashton was stronger than Orcanes. A god? Wow. Which means the dragons too are not invincible. But they sure can take a beating. I see, so there's hope after all. That's amazing. Indeed, we shall end this curse. My research will finally bear fruit. I will finally be worthy of the trust Finn placed in me that day. You really are amazing, Colin. I have to work hard too. Well said, and you should. Ever need my help, feel free to come visit. Even if you really wish to talk about your worries, I will be here. I don't have any worries, but I'll still come every day. You'll be lonely otherwise. What? No, I would not. You two sure seems close. Alright, I'm gonna go check out the ruins of Neri after this. You wanna come with me? I know you've been worried about the folks there. Neria, there is no need anymore. No need? What does that mean? Conan, was that? Yes. Hey, come on, why do you two look so upset? Maisha, Neria was attacked just a few hours ago. What? But there were so many people left there. How? By the time I arrived, only Finn was left. I was too late. You were there too? Are they all really? I'm sorry, Masha. If I had fought harder, I could have at least saved the children. It's because of you. The children died. All on you, Finn. But you guys had nothing to do. No, it's not your fault. I don't think it's anyone's fault. Luther. Maybe Luther did it. Yes. Maybe he's there. Maybe Luther will be the main boss of this entire thing. I don't trust him. Luther. Luther von Dracula. Alright, let's go. Colin, perhaps. Colin, are you really sure you won't come back to base with me? Oh, oh, come on. And recording. We actually had a little problem, so I'm just gonna. I think we did this part, not your fault. And alright, Colin says perhaps. Colin says, Masha says, Colin, are you really sure you won't come to base with me? It's a lot safer than out here. I can guarantee that. And let's have a do you really plan to stay out here all alone even after Draconium? I am sorry, Masha, but I am where I belong, right here, in my laboratory. Besides, I would not be able to face the residents of the base. Why not? Shouldn't we tell everyone how we can fight the dragons? They will someday learn that I was responsible for the knight's death. When that happens, they will hate me, for good reason, but more importantly, I am a researcher. What use would I be outside my laboratory? Colin, I know perhaps you would be interested in taking Finn back in my place. It is time to another hard word. Acclimatize to our world, and it will be safer to do that at base. Wow, there's so many hard words over here. Wow. Actually, yeah, what is base place? Alright, I forgot. Its proper name is Geofront Base. It is an ancient underground shelter of sorts. Geofront Base? Now I'm 100% sure it's something sci-fi. I mean Geofront. I mean, this sounds like Star Wars or something like that. If not Star Wars, there's something else. Dune. Probably that. Not Doom, Dunes. The other Dune with the N. Recording. The Knights found it and fixed it up so everyone could live there. I helped out a lot too. Of course you did. An underground shelter, does that mean there are survivors there? Yeah, people who found their own way. And the folks the Knight brought in too. An underground shelter? I bet that's harder for the dragons to find. Yeah? I'd like to bring you both back, but if she's gonna be stubborn, I can't force her. But don't do anything dangerous. I'll be back to check on you every day. Thank you, Masha. You are the only one who treats me like a normal person, unlike a freak. Are you sure you want to stay out here? Yes, this laboratory is my castle. I understand that and respect it in every way. Trust me, this facility has plenty of anti-dragon measures. Do not worry for me. If you say so, but aren't you lonely out here? Not you too. Believe me when I say I'm fine by myself. Okay, then still take care. Of course, and you do the same, Mr. Paradolphin. Oh, oh, we are past the 1 minute time limit. Still, oh. I think it'll take me a couple of days. I mean, like 15 days to just make this series. I mean, censoring things. I mean, that takes a lot of time and efforts, and my hands are starting to feel numb, and I don't know. Insufficient mana. You don't have enough mana for this. I'm going to cut the video because something bad might happen. And I was able to do it without any problems. Just increased 100 mana. No cutscene. Okay, this okay. Oh, another weaklings. Okay. Oh, what happened? I don't know. Maybe I should take care of Mardane first, because it seems a bit overkill. No, it's alright. And attack all. That kid got rid of mostly all of them. Just that squid face and Mardane. Who should I take out? Vaughn or Olive? Maybe I should take both of them out at once. There you go. And now you can't kill me. I got a dragon. Oh, wow. I was supposed to take out Vaughn, but wasn't devour. Time assassin. I don't really think it needs that. Seems a bit overkill. And Attack 2. Wow, this is taken out quite fast. Attack. Oh, I got him. I got Bedix. And now, time to take out Vaughn. Almost got him. Oh. And attack all. And then that person is gone. Victory! I hope nothing bad happens this time. Oh wow! 200 soul stones. That's something. I'm just gonna end it right now. I'm not going to show this. I want to show this. And any cutscene we can see. Oh, nope, no cutscene. Everything's going smoothly. Ow. Let's just get it over with. Oh, I'm hungry. When will this end? Oh. Oh, what is this? New place. Again, it has something similar to Dune. Yeah, that seems like right. Dune, not Doom. Let's see. We've been working for a pretty long time since leaving Colonel's lab. Yes, my mouth is really dry right now. Seriously, it's on the setup. Okay, Finn. It's a bit difficult for me, but at least it will be easy for you guys. I'll just censor the damn thing. Don't worry, I can handle it. About how much further is it? We come out about halfway. We'll be climbing up that valley a bit. Oh, a valley. And I don't know how much more censoring I can do. I'll try my best. Up the valley? Yeah, it's a shortcut. You'll be surprised how easy it is just to hop on up there. Just hop on up, she says. You really are just like our Masha. I guess I'm pretty fast in your world too. Definitely, you're the fastest one among our knights by a long shot. You don't say. So what's the other me like? Is she all refined and fancy? No, she's like the same kind of person you are. She's bright and cheery, about as bright as the sun, I'd say. The sun? Wow, that's pretty bright. Parallel me. That's not all, though. She's also kind and considerate and looks out for others. Just like you, I'm sure, from what Colin was saying. I wonder. I don't know about that. You were trying so hard to get Colin to evacuate to base after all. Yeah, but that's not what she wants. I should respect her wishes. I'm sure if she sees it as what's best for everyone in her own way. I guess so. In the last world and my own world, everyone worked so hard to save people. I'm sure it must be the same here. Masha, is there something on my face? Oh, sorry, no, I was just thinking you really are Finn after all. I'm myself, huh? Yeah, if I didn't do everything I could, I wouldn't be myself after all. Yep, you even talk like he used to. The things I can do because of who I am, the things what I've done, and I'll keep it up. Oh, it's a life lesson. Very nice life lesson. Hey, how many people are left in this world? Hard to say, probably not many. I only know the basic folks and the sky people. Ooh, the sky people. Star Wars reference. Sky people, what do you mean? Alright, you wouldn't know. It'll be easier just to show you. Come on up here. Alright, that's the time limit. Let's begin it. Come on, we got a ways to go, so let's pick up the pace. Hey Masha, slow down please. Oh, finally made it. So this is the summit. There, you see that? Wow, it's a mythical and floaty. It makes me. I thought it was something like a metal ball floating in the sky with blue lights coming out of the engines. And oh, sorry, that's not possible. It's Evertale, not Star Wars. I don't know why I think about Star Wars all the time. I mean, it's this event. I mean, I have to. I can't. It's Star Wars. And I never saw Star Wars, but I still like it. I mean, I like StarCraft. Totally different thing, but hey, at least the sci-fi games and movies. That's right. Is that a castle floating in the sky? Yep, a castle floating in the sky. How stereotypical. Conan calls it the Celestial Castle. Celestial? I can see why. Yeah, I've been heard of it. It's like that ever since the world was created even. That is exaggeration to... Oh yeah, it's gonna take me so much time just to censor this. A lot of efforts are spent on censoring. I don't like it. Since the world was created? Wow, that's very long. And only that part of land is on the sky? How is it on the sky anyway? If no, I mean magic is I suppose, but can it last that very long? I mean, since the world was created, I mean humans didn't even exist at that time. It may be only a story, but looking at that, I could believe it. I can't. I won't. If it looked like the gates of Valhalla, then I would. But it looks like a Disney Barbie princess story. I don't believe that junk. It looks like a Disney Barbie princess kind of a thing. And that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for Star Wars. Star Wars forever. Alright, let's see. Pretty much everyone else down there calls it the Ark though. The Ark of the Covenant. Totally different thing from Star Wars, but I had to say it. The Ark of the... I like to say that. The Ark. If really lucky, you get permission to live up there as one of the chosen ones. Star Wars reference. I mean, I can't even think of anything else except for Star Wars. And Godzilla, I guess. Godzilla, the king of monsters. But that'll come later. And the rest of us are the not chosen ones. The folks up there don't get eaten by the dragons, so they're like our last hope. Choosing who lives and dies, it sounds like another mad god said work here. Luther. I mean, it's Luther. Who else could it be? He's a jerk. He's a jerk face. And Ludmilla's not even here, so it has to be him. Who else would it be? Anyway, that's the only safe place, and it got lots of trees and stuff too. I can see that. They don't get eaten by the dragons? Can you tell me more about the Celestial Castle? And now we're recording again. And well, we actually had to stop the recording because it was getting late and I had to eat dinner. But now I'm ready for more. Good point, let's hurry. Don't worry, it's all downhill from here. Time for a super express. I better be careful not to get completely left behind. Oh, you should take care of that. And now we have to move forward. And if we move a little... Oh, it's the end of the chapter. Finally. I can't imagine how big this was. It's just a cutscene. Okay, we made it. We should be safe here. Finn, are you okay? Huff, huff. Yeah, I'm fine. How can we be fine? Just went down a hill. She's so fast, I almost lost sight of her so many times. That was close. So this is base. Can people really live here? It looks like a dungeon. Base is further in. Apparently the people of olden times built it. Olden times? So it's an ancient dragon shelter, but it's not like you live here full time, right? Yeah, I don't know why they abandoned the place, but either way, my Gramps, who is now a member of the Knights, is running it now. I met my adoptive grandpa. I'll introduce you. You mean Sir Gilgan, right? Black Panther. Ah, you know him. Yeah, he's really helped us helped us out a lot back in Mayarden. You don't say. Ah, speak of the devil, Gams. Marsha, how many times must I tell you not to wander about outside? Oh, he's a real Black Panther with the claws and nails on his neck. He even got a nail or claw tooth necklace. Reference from Black Panther. Sorry, but look, I found Finn. Hello, Sir Gilligan. Finn, then you survived. We were told you had perished. Actually, this is Finn, but he's not our Finn. He's a different Finn. What? I'm afraid I do not follow. Let me explain. From another world, you say. It seems so difficult to believe. I'm actually surprised that they aren't that shocked or running around like. Is there anything like something like that? Then I must call you. May I still call you Finn? Please do, sir. I may not be him, but I'm still Finn after all. We're the same but different timeline. Then Finn, let me ask, what to do now? Kill Bahamut. What I plan to do now? That's obvious. I'm going to kill Godzilla. I want to stop the Pan-Draconium. I can't just sit by and let people get eaten. Pan-Draconium. To end the Pan-Draconium, you say, you truly are from another world. Huh? What do you mean? The Pan-Draconium cannot be ended by mortal hands. It is a calamity. Or a natural disaster. You may as well as attempt to stop the rain from falling. Gramps, we don't know that. Besides, Finn says he killed something like the dragon before. Is that true? Yes, my allies and I defeated an evil god that was preying on our world. I'm sure we can defeat the dragon the same way. And by defeating this evil god, you saved the world. You brought true peace. True peace? When we defeated Arcane, Magnifer came, then there was Organix's undead. We had to keep on fighting every time a battle ended, a new one began. Oh, and if you think who's talking right now, that's my cousin Zion. Anyway, I am thinking of making a video with him. A Lego video or a Pokemon video. So subscribe and like and I don't know. That's my cousin Zion is playing right now. We're gonna make a Lego video. So subscribe. And that's enough of the advertisement. The tragedies just kept coming. From your face, I can see your answer. Oh, you can. Maybe he can read minds. But even so, do you really think the way things are is the best it could be? I think we should not take undue risk. We will endure until the dragons leave. What about the people who died before that happens? It cannot be helped. We cannot risk many lives to save only a few. Let a few die to save many. That may be the rational, realistic choice, but that's ridiculous. Why just sit and wait if we can end it all right now? That's impossible. You can't kill Godzilla. Only King Kong can kill Godzilla. Doesn't it make so much more sense? Masha? You are aware of what happened to those who tried to make that a reality, yes? Well, if the researcher had not told her lies about a way to defeat the dragons, do not let the people do not let people to do things they will surely regret, Masha, please. Oh, that's nothing. Now then, Finn, who claims to come from another world. I will not pretend I understand your story, but you are welcome in here in base. Thank you, sir. However, I must ask you to make me 2 promises. 2 promises? That's easy. There are many who still believe the knights survived the final charge. If the truth were to be unknown, it could be devastating for those without much hope. They are holding on to whatever hope they can in the dark times after all. So you like me to be the Finn from this world, I'm guessing? Yes, and there are other people still outside. I would ask you to bring them here. The knights should do this. But we are very few now. Can I ask this of you? Of course, sir. I promise. Thank you. Let's get inside. It'll be night time soon. Indeed, then we shall speak at more length inside. No place is truly safe here. I hope you will able to rest for a time. Chapter complete. Would you like to continue playing? No thanks. That's enough for me. Anyway. So Such a big chapter. No wonder it's Act 11 hour. Okay. And anyway, that was the end. Act 11, Chapter 1, and wow, it was a very big chapter. That was Chapter 1, the Dragon Disaster. And next time when we play, we'll be doing Chapter 2, Geo Front Base. I really think it's a Star Wars reference still. But anyway, hope you like this video. Subscribe, like, and share for more videos like the Lego video I'm going to do with Zion and the Pokemon video too. So,
Hi.
oh hey, this is Zion.
Bye. Hope you have a good day.
And there we go. So, well, I should end the video right now. That's all for today. Admiral Adit signing out.
Bye. See you soon. Hope you get a good day. It's a sign.